Okay, let's talk about anger. So I used to be a very angry person, and I think my one thing that caused that anger is I wanted to be judge, juror, and sentencer. Basically, I had this, and I think a lot of our anger and reactions that come with anger come from a place of entitlement, because we as humans forget we get people angry all the time. I get people angry all the time. I offend people. I've offended people in my everyday, in my, not every day, but in my life. You've also offended people, and people will offend you. However, you believe no one has the right to offend you. That's why you react in anger. Now, I'm not saying don't defend yourself, so that's not what I'm saying. However, oftentimes when we react in anger, we sin. As Christians, we are told, do not react in anger. Getting angry is not the issue. I've gotten angry multiple times. I got angry like 2 days ago. And when I would get angry, I thought the only way to get, quote unquote, rid of that anger was to verbalize it and project it back into the person and leave them with that anger. However, that was not doing anything for me as a Christian. And I remember distinctly God was like, he was never happy with me, and I did that. I remember that I had to learn to take it back to God. Because the only way for anger to truly be neutralized is to be taken back to God and let God deal with it for us. So a couple of days ago, I got some insane comments. And I sat, when I tell you, my head was hot. When I get angry, I get a really bad headache. My head was hot. And I was like, God, I'm going to say something right now. I typed up the most insane thing I could think of, and the most passive aggressive way I could put it. And then something told me, pray about it. I said, I've never heard that before. And I turned off my phone, went into worship. You ever tried worshiping God when you're angry? I was worshiping the Lord, and I was really thanking God. And I was like, even the ability to talk about God on my platform is honestly just the grace of God, because I don't like talking in public. And I was worshiping God, and I just noticed that anger just started to dissipate. And I didn't even feel like replying. I was like, what's the point? This person is already set. What's the point? I just didn't reply to some of these. I just truly did not reply, and I moved on. And I had to think back, and this is where God teaches me constantly, that anger is so dangerous, because me saying something in anger could put someone off from God. And as a Christian, I say this, we represent Christ. However we act, talk, speak, treat people is who God is in us and how you're showing God. Do not misrepresent God. Do not call God an angry person, a liar, and a person to insult when that's not who God is. How we speak is who God is to us. If you can insult somebody God calls his child, then you're calling God a bad parent. And I refuse to bear false witness on who God is in my life. Anger is something so deep because it comes with pride. One of the things anger will bring is pride. Because I used to remember this. Anytime someone would defend me, the first question would be who do they think they are? Who do you think I'm? It would come from a place where I've elevated my status. The thing about why God is a perfect judge in these situations and will show you whether you're right, wrong, whatever, is because he has never sinned in anger. He's never sinned, point blank period. He's so above sin, he can look at it very objectively. We don't have that. We don't have that as humans, because you're going to be mean to somebody once you're angry at some point. And I had to learn, take it to God in anger, because anger is a door for the devil to start fighting you. Let me tell you the truth. The devil used to use that with me. If something was going on in my life and I felt like God was going to move, something would happen, I would get so angry, and that thing would disappear in my life. And I had to learn that was not the way. I'm not going to let the devil have access to my life, because you don't want to be a playground for the devil. Anger, anger, pride, all these tiny little things you think you've not confronted, confront them. They're not easy to confront, but do it so the presence of God is just not hindered by your actions.